Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your Venus retrograde reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously here on YouTube, as it is just me trying to navigate this YouTube algorithm. So thank you guys so much for all your help and all your support. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you are interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's located in the description box below. Well, the link is located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. Now, if you are sensitive to sound, this is the time to mute the reading, let the healing energy wash over you, and then unmute it when you see me pick up the singing bowl. If not, then let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo, let's see what this Venus retrograde holds for you. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Let me just make sure. The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Two of Cups, angels and spirit guides, the Wheel of Fortune, angels and spirit guides, the Queen of Fire, ooh, I love that, angels and spirit guides, the Empress, the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, the King of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, ooh, and the Seven of Swords. Interesting, Leo. Okay. So a Venus retrograde time is always intense. So just being aware of that is going to be super important, because we're going to think like, oh, a Venus retrograde, like all about love. Maybe, how can a Venus retrograde be intense? Well, it's love. It's going reverse, right? So it brings up a lot of things, a lot of wounds, a lot of pains, a lot of disappointments that we have been through when it comes to love. And we are being crowned with the Queen of Cups. We are embracing our hearts fully, openly, and powerfully, Leo. And this is going to be a time where we say, I embrace love. Like, I am moving forward in love. I'm going after love. Kind of like bring this energy forward. This is also water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you're born on the cusp with Cancer, if you have water sign energy in your chart, it's going to come through very powerfully and very intensely. So being aware of that, you have very strong Queen energy. You have 3 out of the 4 queens coming forward. The Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, which represents you in the Minor Arcana. You're represented by the Wands in the Minor Arcana, and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? So there's very strong sacred feminine energy coming forward, amplified by the Empress, okay? So there is also here a weight and a burden that has been brought forward in sacred feminine energy. However that works into your life, however that interpretation resonates with you, whether you are in relationships where the sacred feminine was cruel at times, right? The person representing the sacred feminine could have been cruel, could have been, not the best relationships. It can also be the expectation of the Empress, right? The sacred mother coming forward. And that could just not be your thing. And that is perfectly fine, right? That might not have been an imagery that fit, or, you could feel drained and overwhelmed by the expectations of everybody taking a piece of you, and there's nothing left for you to move forward in. So an acknowledgement of that too is very important during this time and during this embrace of Venus. It is also saying, what is it that you want to create that we are afraid to bring forward because we're afraid of the world judging it? Is it us embracing our creativity? Is it us embracing our love? Is it us embracing our passion? Because the Queen of Cups says, hold forward what you love the most and let it guide you. Because the Ace of Swords is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of clarity of thought, of power of voice, of insight, of ideas. You're taking this gift because you have the King of Swords here, which means also you're being very practical, very down to earth, very cutting to the heart of the matter, right? The meat and potatoes of it all. And that's going to be important. Now, a Venus retrograde, it lasts for 6 weeks. It lasts for 6 weeks, and it begins in Aries on March 1st. So we come to this Venus retrograde with a bit of a temper. And we can also find that people annoy us. People, situations, things, we can find it annoying. We can find people annoying. So just knowing that that energy is a part of this time and holding sacred space for that, like, okay, I know that my nerves right now can feel like nails on a chalkboard, right? I have to give myself extra time and extra grace, okay? Existing issues within relationships, again, they come forward. Old flames can also come back into our lives. We have to be very mindful about this, especially if old flames hit us when we're vulnerable and they come in with their honeyed words and they say just the right thing. Don't fall for it, because the Venus retrograde brings forward the energy that we need healed and the energy that we need to understand, like we need to come into balance with during this time. There can also be a dry spell during a Venus retrograde where we just don't feel like we're connecting with our partner. If we're in a relationship, if we're not in a relationship, we're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to find the love that I want in this world. And, it's time to get 18 million cats. I mean, I have nothing against cats. They're wonderful. But we can get really harsh on ourselves during this time. And Spirit is saying here, be kind to you. Your voice, your ideas, your mind is really, really, really powerful during this time. This is the perfect time for manifestation. This is the perfect time to sit there and say, what do I want? I have asked, so many times when we're working with energy, right? We feel the world around us, right? And it's almost like we're making ourselves fit in. And even if we say, what do I want? It's like, how can I make myself fit into this expectation, this thing, this, whatever. And now it's really saying, well, what do I want? Where do I want to be? What's important to me? And it brings us to the Four of Cups. We've been looking in the wrong direction, and we're going to see it during this Venus retrograde, where it's like, oh, but I thought this was really important. And love is going to come to us in just such a different way. Spirit is going to hand us a glass and say, are you going to drink of this? Are you going to drink deeply of this love and connection? It might not be the love of our lives, but there is a passion, there is a beauty that takes us on a completely different ride than we expected. And it brings us to the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is healing, beautiful love. The Two of Cups is a balance coming in. So just know that this is going to be a time where you need to say to yourself, what I want. This is what I want. Write it in your journal. Say it out loud to yourself. If you like to talk to yourself in front of a mirror, which is what I like to do, instead of writing it all down, connecting, looking yourself in the eye and saying, where do I want to be? That's really important. You're going to see that this Venus retrograde opens up a whole new season to you. It opens up a new world. It opens up a new connection with love, a new connection with what it is that you want. And you find yourself stepping into the sacred feminine. It doesn't matter how you identify. It doesn't matter if you wanted to be the princess in the fairy tale stories or the prince or neither. What matters is that you're stepping into this energy that is about creation, the creation of fire, the creation of passion, the creation of what it is that we desire. And we're opening ourselves up to the Empress, saying, now is a time for me to create and cultivate. Now, what's also interesting about a Venus retrograde is that we can have breakups happen during this time. We can have splits, the pauses in relationships, splits, time apart, or being so busy that it feels like we're on a break from our partners, or yeah, so just an acknowledgement of that energy is going to be important here as well. And if we are on a break, just knowing that, or we do break up, knowing that these don't have to last forever. With a Venus retrograde, that's going to be important as well. It can be little bits of needing to be apart in order for us to connect with our hearts and see what it is that we want. Now, this can also impact our money. Just putting it out there, that we need to be very aware of what we're spending on, how we're moving ourselves forward, what it is that we want to create during this time. The 10 of Wands is us coming to the completion of a cycle when it comes to our thoughts, when it comes to what it is that we desire. We've been holding a lot, and we are going to see ourselves releasing a lot of negativity that just isn't right for us. It just isn't. It's other people's thoughts, it's other people's ideas, it's, oh, I should be like this, oh, it should be like that, and we're like, enough is enough. It's overkill, right? It's overkill. It's trying to be or mold ourselves into what everybody wants us to be, and we just lose ourselves along the way. So just an acknowledgement of that is going to be super important during this time. The Hierophant comes forward. That is very strong Taurus energy. April 20th to May 20th is the time frame. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So we are going to see that during this Venus retrograde, we are releasing a trauma drama that has happened. We are embracing a creativity and a connection with our own creative self. And we are going to be finding the power in what is traditionally right for us, meaning that we don't have to follow traditions. We can say, traditions can go stand on their head for all that we care. But we are saying, this is what my soul needs. This is what is right for me. This is where I desire to be. And what we're looking for right now is not for people who, fit a certain look or, say the right words. We're looking for energy that fits in with our energy. People that we can be silent with and calm with and connected with. And can voice what we need to say instead of being so afraid and picking our words so carefully. It moves us to the Queen of Pentacles, nurturing our prosperity and our success, nurturing what it is that we desire. And then we have the Five of Swords. During this Venus retrograde, we're going to come up against, certain situations that we've been against, certain people that have twisted our words, that have made us out to be liars, that have, tried to sully our reputation. These are going to be very down-to-earth people. Okay, yeah, down-to-earth. No, not down-to-earth, ruled by money. This is going to be a person who is ruled by money and thought they could get ahead by sullying your name and your reputation. Be mindful about this, Leo, because they're going to come in, they want something from you, they want to gain more from you, and this is going to be a time where you call them out. It's like, we're not playing the same game, I'm not doing this again, how dare you, type of thing. And you move forward in love, and you move forward in building the world that you want, and you stop listening to everybody and everything, and start listening to your heart and the way that you want to move forward for you. The way that you are nurturing yourself and the dreams that you are bringing to the table. Because a lot of times we listen to everybody else and they tell us no, right? They tell us no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. You have to fit this box, this space, this, that. And now we are saying no. I'm walking into a new season as I embrace love, as I slay the dragons to have my own voice, and I let myself shine and I let my magic come forward. And that's just that. We are going to be fierce during this Venus retrograde. We are going to have a bit of a temper on us, so do be mindful about that. Everybody has a bit of a temper on them, so we're going to be spicy and we're going to meet spicy with spicy, so just be aware. Just be aware that things can be a little bit intense. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, we have the Heron, which is one of my favorites. It says, let go of convention and follow your own unique path. It's time. It's time to embrace who you are. And instead of saying, I'm sorry, I need to conform, say, this is me, I'm letting me shine. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Ooh. Angels and Spirit guides, angels. Abundance. Leo, we are ruled by the sun. We are strength in the tarot. We are stepping into abundance, and we are meant to live in abundance. It doesn't mean that we have to be, billionaires, but we are meant to live in abundance of energy, prosperity, and success. Tap your tailbone, but opening the door to your own abundance, your own creativity, your own tenacity is going to be very important and is very important for who you are. Stepping into strength, and it's not the strength of bravado, okay? That is the strength that we see when we are young, and also the strength we see when we are still young souls. But it is the strength of calm, of love, and of compassion. And that moves us forward in the most tenacious of ways. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the moon. Yeah, Pisces energy, time frame February 19th to March 20th. All right? But this is fear. Illusions, delusions, kind of looking at the shadows of it all. Being mindful of seeing monsters in the shadows, right? Being mindful of the imagination of something instead of the reality of it, right? What is brought into the light of the day. We need the balance, right, of the moon and of the sun. But what we're going to see is that we need to embrace our ideas and our voice and what it is that we desire, and we're going to need to sleep on things, right? Making quick decisions, though that's what we like to do. Leo, we like to make quick decisions. We'd like to have, profound answers, like right there, right now. But here, it's like, think it through, look at the different aspects of it, and always bring it into the light. Always bring it into the light of day, because for Leo energy, right, you do your best in thinking during the light of day. For Cancer energy, ruled by the moon, they do their best at thinking during the night. Now, if you were born on the cusp with Cancer, if you have Cancer energy in your chart, it's needing a balance of the two, right? It's needing the balance of the two. You might find that you do your best thinking at dawn or at dusk, right? So here, being very aware of this is going to be super important. But letting it go to sleep at night, right? Letting it go to sleep at night and have those fears, right? Write down those fears. Like, oh, I'm doubting this, I'm worrying about that, right? Because our fears come to us at night, especially for a Leo. When you come into the day, the light chases away the shadows. But what we need to do is we need to learn to walk with the shadows and see them just as shadows. They are not things that we have to be ruled by or, dictated by. It moves us then. And we're also going to be very, very swayed during this Venus retrograde by people who voice our fears, okay, but also kind of make it sound like they have answers to our fears, to our doubts. Our subconscious spirit message, is the robin. And it says, new growth and potential is on the horizon. Reach out and embrace it. Yeah, it's time for newness. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which I keep on seeing is what 2025 is all about. It's about stepping into a new age for us, right? We have the age of Aquarius. We have ourselves, stepping into a new understanding, right? We're breaking down top-down structures. We are stepping into our hearts and our passions and what it is that we deeply desire. And we're changing the game. We are changing the game. And we're not talking about, being of the world and getting into the nitty-gritty of everything, right? We want to step back from the chaos of the world, see it, but not let it devour us. And that's going to be very important. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is nurturing. This is the Earth Star Chakra, located 6 inches below our feet. We need to nurture ourselves and feed ourselves and take care of ourselves as we would a child, as we would, pets and plants and things that are reliant on us. And we need to know that the wealth and well-being of our soul is reliant on us and the way that we traverse through this world. It's very important. It's hard, yes, but it's very important. Be mindful of the 6 of Swords. Be mindful of thinking you need to have all the answers. And also be mindful of wanting to move too quickly and being too fast with your words and responses to things. It is going to be best during this Venus retrograde to take a beat, to step back, and to, think things through before acting. It moves us then to justice. Yeah. You have Taurus energy here. You have Libra energy here. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Libra is ruled by Venus. You are deeply, deeply moved by this Venus retrograde, which is asking you, what do you love? And how do we heal our hearts? And if there's something that the world needs, it's a healing of heart and emotion. It's a stepping into love. And it's finding justice and balance, and it is finding harmony within the self. It's embracing what you love, the beauty of it all, but also the chaos of it all. You know, there are points in love and parts of love that are absolutely beautiful and parts of love that are ugly. And we might say, how can love be ugly? But whenever it involves human beings, right? Whenever it involves of this earth, there can be ugliness to it. And so it is an acceptance of heartbreak, of joys, of pains, of love. And it is embracing the balance of it all. And it's not, being taken advantage of. It is just knowing that love brings with it pain. And sometimes our hearts are sensitive, Leo. And people don't see that within us. And sometimes we don't see that within us. We're like, oh no, I'm tough and I'm fierce and I'm the lion and I got this. But a lion needs to be taken care of. It does, right? The male lions, when they are out in the savannah all by themselves, is sad. It is sad. They need the herd. I don't know what it's called, a herd. A pride. There we go. It's called a pride. There we go. Lion King helps me out. So it's embracing that. It's embracing that connection. You are never meant to stand alone. And that is very important for you. Because we do go through this time, especially as Leos, I see this quite often, of having to stand alone and feeling like I need to stand alone. And then realizing, oh no, this doesn't work for me. So yeah, finding the justice, the balance. Libra energy is September 23rd to October 22nd. But also knowing that the power of the heart is one of the most important things for us. Because also we move forward in the strength of love. And love guides us so brilliantly. All right. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this Venus retrograde and of ourselves. Pause it now. If you are sound sensitive, if you are not, take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed Venus retrograde. Bye.